All right, everyone, it's funny to watch the Democrats from top to bottom condemning Trump for not condemning Kyle Rittenhouse. And if you look at the case, instantaneously the legacy media and Democrats dogpiled it as an example of an evil white person killing a bunch of others out of a sense of far-right white supremacy, and they started talking about how he supported the thin blue line. He was scrubbing graffiti. He's obviously a bad kid, and they were trying to gaslight and trot out a video that may or may not even depict him actually slapping a woman who was attacking his sister. Which I would think is also justified. It's fucking high schoolers, come on. You all did stuff like that for the most part. Well, most of you did. But think of it like this. If Donald Trump, President of the United States, comes out and condemns somebody in that manner, a jury has not been formed, there's no sequestration of anyone, he comes out, uses his national bully pulpit to condemn Kyle Rittenhouse, does that not prejudice a potential jury? Yes, it does. Should be illegal. It should literally be illegal what some of these Democrats are doing. They should not be weighing in on a case where there hasn't been a sequestered jury yet. These hot takes from people that in some cases literally are paid for by taxes in part by Rittenhouse family and friends, this is unacceptable. The idea that the President of the United States needs to disavow him falls flat on that point. It also falls flat when you look at the actual case. We have multiple pieces of video evidence that Kyle Rittenhouse was attacked for putting out a fire. We initially heard from the left, from the legacy media, that he trafficked a weapon across state lines. We now know that that's not the case. We know that he got it from a friend in Kenosha. It never left the state. So there's no weapons law violation there. A person who is 16 can carry a weapon in the state of Wisconsin. Therefore, no weapons law was violated. The three people that were shot all attacked him. One was a felon holding a deadly weapon that he was not legally entitled to hold. So that's absolute clear-cut self-defense. The attempted murder charge will definitely fall through. The two murder charges will fall through because he was physically attacked by both of the individuals that were shot. All three of these individuals, unprovoked, attacked Kyle Rittenhouse, a 17-year-old lawfully carrying a weapon for his own self-defense, in the commission of trying to scrub graffiti and deliver medical aid to protesters, you could call them. That's why he was there. He wasn't there to shoot people. The fact is, there's no motive. There's no clear-cut crime. The people who attacked him were all engaged in actual, legitimate, objective crime at the time. At the very least, looting and vandalism. One of them was a convicted burglar and wife beater. Another one's a fucking pedophile. And then the third, wait, it was the burglar and the wife beater, I think, were separate. And I think was it the burglar that got his arm blown half off, or was it the wife beater? I can't remember. They're all convicted felons. They're attacking a 17-year-old kid who put out a dumpster fire. By the way, within a couple of yards of a bunch of gas pumps. What do you think they intended to do with the dumpster fire? Do you think they intended to roll it over and smash into the gas pumps and blow the place up? I do, because it's exactly what they've been fucking doing in Portland and Seattle and everywhere else. Why would it be any different in Kenosha? And the entire thing, the entire riot there, is prefaced on a bullshit case in which we were told initially it was a law-abiding black man on his way to church, basically, was shot multiple times for no reason. And now looks like he may have had a knife on him at the moment, and dropped it on the floorboard when he was shot, or he was at least going for a knife. He had already assaulted officers. He had an outstanding warrant for his arrest for sexual assault, and he's multiple violent felonies on record. What more could the police have done to show restraint? They tried and failed to tase the dude. What more could they have done? Rittenhouse shows up into the melee to give medical aid to people. He's very wisely carrying a weapon. Look, if Rittenhouse had put out the dumpster fire and wasn't carrying a weapon, you know what would have happened? He would have been stomped into the pavement and probably he'd be dead right now. And you wouldn't even know his name because the legacy media wouldn't take it up as a story. Because mob of leftists attack and kill 17-year-old doesn't fly with them. Because the 17-year-old supported the police and was there to scrub graffiti and prevent arson. That's why he literally volunteering with the fire department. Oh, why would he put out the dumpster fire at the gas station? I wonder fucking why. We have video evidence that he was shot at in the course of events. The first muzzle flash you see isn't from Rittenhouse. It's from 10 yards off to the side. He was shot at by, I believe, the dude that he ended up shooting in the arm, who then comes over in sort of a C line while the pedophile is trying to beat his head into the pavement with a skateboard. And the other dude, the burglar, get him mixed up, is trying to rush at him and get shot and killed too. Rittenhouse was justified. I find it fantastical. It's very, very odd to me that, like, Gofundme and Twitter and stuff, if you say, like, Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong, they'll suspend your account. GoFundMe won't allow him to raise money directly. You can go through a law firm to do so. But the family of a dude that physically assaulted him with a deadly weapon, who is a felon who should actually be in prison at the moment, he's allowed to raise money for his medical bills. Well, fuck, why isn't GoFundMe... GoFundMe even goes so far as to call one of the dudes a fucking hero. He wasn't being a hero. He was attacking a 17-year-old that put out a dumpster fire. The fuck are you talking about? So when Klobuchar and all the other Democrats come out and berate Trump for not condemning Kyle Rittenhouse, you are asking him to prejudice a potential jury. You're asking him to condemn a teenager for defending himself lawfully against 3 felons. I don't know that that's going to fly well with the U.S. public and with all the self-serving opportunistic Klobuchars and AOCs in the party. Of course, they're not going to shut up about it. People like Pelosi will drop it once the internal polling says it's a bad idea to continue. Some of these people won't. The Democrats are loaded with opportunists who are primarily self-serving and have no idea of larger, broader strategy. That's why they're losing. That's about all. Peace out.